Hey Claiborne, it's Friday. With a baby on the way, you'll no doubt be venturing into setting up a nursery soon. If you're like me, you like having little Lego versions of some of your real life experiences around. So I thought I'd put together some example cribs and talk about my own recent experience putting together an actual crib. So, on the topic of assembling the crib and getting the whole nursery set up, really, I didn't assemble Steven's crib when he was born. We didn't even own it yet. And we didn't really need the crib until Steven was 6 months old because it wasn't going to fit in our room, and that's where Steven was sleeping at first. We had a little bassinet for a while, but then Steven graduated out of it more quickly than expected, so we used his pack and play bassinet. I just recently assembled Steven's crib, like 2 weeks ago recently. It had been in a box in the hallway for nearly 6 months. We got it around the Christmas holiday, but finding the time to put it together was a challenge. In fact, I may have already mentioned it, but before Stephen was born, we hadn't done any of his nursery. 2 weeks before his due date, we were planning on doing it this weekend, if you know what I mean. And then he came early. We still had tons of stuff stacked up in the living room from a recent baby shower, and almost nothing in the nursery. I do not remember how we changed his diaper for the first few days home, but I didn't put together the changing table even until late one night on his first week home. Then came his bookshelf, and then the rocker. Finally, the crib just recently. We're almost done with the nursery now, just in time to rearrange it for a more mobile baby. Now that Stephen is trying to crawl and loves walking along furniture, we'd like to put a smaller Montessori shelf in his room so he can select his toys and books. For his first 3 or so months, it didn't matter what toys he had out because he wasn't the one playing with them anyway. We were the ones rattling the rattles and shaking the noisemakers. The other thing that has come out of Steven starting to stand and be mobile is that now that I have the crib put together, it's already time to lower it so that he can't flip himself over the railing. Sometimes he'll grab the side slats and try to pull himself up, and he looks a little like a prisoner in a cell, which I guess he kind of is. For now, anyways. Well, Claiborne, that's it from me this week. I hope you have a lot of fun assembling the crib and all of the other things that come with being a dad. Congrats again. And also, friends, if you're interested in some Lego backdrops for Zoom to make your Zoom calls a little more interesting, we've shared some on Patreon. Anyone can get them for free. You don't have to be a Patreon to access them, but you could be. The link to our Patreon is in the description.